So I've been going to the gym for about 20 years now, and I'm going to break down exactly why I stopped going to the gym and why I believe you should also stop going to the gym if you want to get fit or be fit. The real thing that I think a lot of people have to understand is you do not need a gym. And let me break down why. So I started going to the gym when I was around 15, maybe 16 years old. I was a basketball player in high school. And I think we had a gym session, and I remember this really like it was yesterday. And I think they told us, okay, you guys we have to do a little workout in the gym, right? We're not, as basketball players, you don't really, this is how it was back in the day. The football players would use the gym, but the basketball players didn't because we didn't really need a gym. And I went to the pull up bar, and I remember this is the first time me ever doing a pull up or even knowing what kind of a pull up is. And we're like, oh, let's do some pull ups. And like I couldn't, there was no way I could not do a pull up. And I remember a couple of the guys just completely laughing at me, just feeling bad for me. Luckily, it wasn't so bad because I was good at basketball, but the lifting stuff was really bad. I remember doing my first barbell squat. Yeah, I couldn't do that. And the bench, I think I could do the barbell, just the barbell itself. And yeah, that was a wake up call. So fast forward to about 2, 3 years later, when I was in college, I was a master of the barbell. I could deadlift. I think I was doing at the time, it was around what, 200 kilos. I could bench press a lot of weight. I could do heavy weighted pull-ups. And yeah, I was just a beast. I was just nonstop in the gym. I put on a lot of weight. I was taking all the supplements. I was strong. I was really strong. Then I turned around 30, got me a family, started my own business, started working from home from the laptop, and I had tons of injuries. Just to name a couple, I tore my meniscus, so it's a knee injury. I had chronic patellar tendonitis, my kneecaps would swell up. I ruptured, that means wasn't connected anymore, my Achilles tendon. I had tons of stuff. I had pneumonia, I had skin issues, I started losing my hair. My elbows would swell up for some reason. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, I just really had tons of injuries that I had that I carried along with me. Back, oh my goodness, my back was so stiff at some days because I went from deadlifting to sitting in a chair. Horrible. I completely, with all these injuries, and I just completely lost the motivation to go work out because I thought you needed a gym, right? The gym was just too much work, too much of a hassle, too much time. Plus, it's all that competitive thing. If you're a guy going to the gym, it's like who's the biggest macho, right? Who could lift the most weight? And I just got tired of it, right? And if you calculate the amount of time that you're investing going to the gym, it's a lot. I mean, it's at least 1.5 hours per gym session that you're going to the gym because you have to calculate the time to the gym. So depending on how far away you live from the gym, you have to get changed. I don't think I did that. I think I came ready to go always. But still, did I go to a locker? You have to put your stuff somewhere. Sometimes I didn't do that, but I just came ready to go. But still, a lot of people do get changed in the gym. Especially, I went to the gym when I was younger. So now that I'm older, I probably would have stuff with me. But anyways, I don't know. I think most people, if you do go to the gym, let me know if you get changed in the gym or if you go directly ready to go. Um, and yeah, so it's travel time to there, changing. Then you have your warm up. We all do warm ups, right? 10, 15 minute warm up on the treadmill, all these mobility exercises, whatever. And then you have your workout session, which is at least 45 minutes. And then you have to get changed, do all the stuff, and then head back home. So that's at least an hour and a half. For some people, it's even more, depending on how long your warm up is and this and that. Some people it could be 2 hours plus. So that's just a lot of time commitment. So at some point, I think a lot of people just lose the motivation to go to a gym. It's just if you reach a certain age, you have a family, you have things to do. That takes up a lot of your time. 2 hours, think about it, an hour and a half of your day that you could be doing whatever. That's a lot of time. So I needed to figure out a way to get fit without going to a gym. I just had to. What are the only exercises that everyone needs to stay fit? I'd love to hear your opinion on this and maybe even prove you wrong because I know I'm going to say three exercises, and I know a lot of people, if you're a gym goer, you're going to be like, there's no way in hell three exercises are enough. But the only exercises, if we look at the only exercises we need to stay fit, to me is the push-up, the pull-up, and the squat. With the push-up, the pull-up and squat, you're moving every joint in the body, every major joint in the body, you're moving, right? You're bending the ankle, the knee, the hip joint, you're moving, the lower back, the spine, you're stabilizing, the elbow, the wrist, you're stabilizing, the shoulder joint. So we're moving every major joint and we're strengthening, to me, every major muscle in the body. Right? So every major muscle, if you're doing a squat, you're also doing similar to a deadlift, you're using your back muscles, right? With the push-up, right? We're using our chest, our triceps, so we don't need tricep extensions. We don't need to isolate the triceps. When you're doing a pull-up, right? You can stick to a pull-up, right? And I know we do barbell rolls at the gym. You do cable pull rolls. When you're doing flies, right? You're targeting your chest, obviously. So there's so many other exercises, but the key three exercises that I think everyone needs is the push-up, the pull-up, and squat. Only those three. Now, if you're an ex-gym goer like me and you're younger, you're gonna say there's no way in hell you can build muscle and get stronger without a barbell or some dumbbells. And what I have to say about that is, yes, it is easier for sure to just add more weight on the barbell, right? That's how you make the movement more difficult. But you can easily, when you're at home, you can make the push-up, the pull-up, and squat more difficult by just adding a weighted vest. So you're adding weight or changing the angle, putting your feet up on an elevated platform, right? Or doing the push-up in rings. A pull-up, obviously, add a weighted vest, right? The squat, instead of doing two-legged squat, you can do things like a sissy squat, which is more difficult, or the single-leg squat, extremely difficult. I know a lot of people watching this video can't do a single-leg squat. I know I am still struggling to get I can do maybe one or two, but I'm still struggling to get better at this here, right? So this is something I still can improve at. Right. So there's so many ways. And one of the best ways for me, and what I've noticed for my joints, when you reach a certain age, our joint health is probably the most important thing, is slowing the movement down. Oh my goodness. This is probably the biggest thing. Instead of, on the push-up, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try doing that on the squat, on the single leg squat, going at that tempo, really controlling the movement. What that does for the body is unbelievable for your joints. Unbelievable. So I've been able to heal my meniscus, my torn meniscus, my chronic patellar tendonitis, my elbow issues, my shoulder issues, which is a big one. I would wake up in the middle of the night with shoulder pain because my shoulder would just be throbbing. So all this stuff, by slowing the movement down and controlling, using the joint, right? Slowing the movement down does so much to the joint. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. And you're not doing that heavy. You're not using that heavy weight, right? If you can slow down, if you can do the eccentric part of the movement with a 10-second lowering phase, that means you really can control the movement, the weight that you're using. So this has been a game changer for me when it comes to improving my body, improving my physique, bettering my joints. This has really made a huge difference. At almost 40 now, I'm right there around the corner. It's really not my goal to be a bodybuilder or anything, right? I don't want to be a bodybuilder anymore. I just want to feel fit and look fit. That's it. And doing the push-up, pull-up, and squat at your home without wasting time, without a warm-up or anything, I promise you is all you need to be fit. Yeah, so you don't need a gym, people. I'd love to hear what you think about this, what you think about the push-up, pull-up, and squat. Have you tried this before? Do you struggle with it? Do you struggle with putting on muscle with a push-up, pull-up, and squat? Can you not see it yet, see the benefits of only doing a push-up, pull-up, and squat? Are you still stuck in the belief of, okay, I need the gym, I need a deadlift, I need a single leg deadlift, I need the Romanian deadlift in my life? Do you still believe all this stuff? I'd really love to hear what you think. And if you think you need the gym, or if you think you're not ready yet to not go to the gym anymore, I'd really love to hear what you think. And if you need further assistance, if you need help, if you need some coaching, if you're looking for any help in that direction, check out the links in the description. And if you have any questions or feedback, definitely comment below, send me an email or whatever. And I look forward to hearing from you. All right, see ya.